So listen to this. There's this thing, this crypto, that's being used, and it's being used very well, and I'm going to talk about that. However, it's being used by what I would call as fairly technical people. And there's a subset of people that are technical enough to use it, to understand how to use it, and it's about to be introduced to about 100 million people, of which 8 million are doing monthly transactions. And that thing is about to be dropped right in front of them all. And those 100 million people are going to be able to use it and not even realize they're using it. So what do you think that's going to do to the value of that thing?
Disclaimer. Big dumb animal here. Don't copy me. Entertainment only, not financial advice. Always do your own research.
Now, I typically have my little, after my disclaimer, my discussion of what I call my crypto school. There's a link down below. It has a monthly fee. Someone asked me the other day, what's different about it? Well, let me tell you what's different about it compared to YouTube. I've got courses in there where I describe all sorts of things. We have daily updates where I talk about the market and where I believe we are, because hopefully we're going into a bull run. We have discussions on individual cryptos, which ones we may want to buy or sell, or when do we want to sell, when do we want to buy. But here's the real reason I created it. As you can see, I'm older. I'm 53 years old. I've got a computer science degree. I practice law. I've been in and I've had my own startup companies, and I had one during the dot-com era. So I have seen huge technology breakthroughs, and crypto got my attention. Crypto, particularly with respect to decentralized finance, or let's just say finance in general, my belief, it's just going to wipe out our traditional banking structure. They're either going to adapt or they're going to die, meaning the banks that you're used to. You can very easily right now obtain much better rates of return just on basic currency, turning your currency into stable coins and using it to obtain yield. You're now going to be able, eToro just talked the other day about, I think, tokenizing the top 100 most 100 traded stocks on the U.S. New York Stock Exchange, such that you can buy them, put that into your wallet, and go use it somewhere as collateral to get a loan. It is going to be unbelievable what we're going to be able to do with crypto in every industry, and it's going to affect us on a daily basis. I didn't just create that crypto school because I thought, oh, let's just take advantage of this bull run, make some money, buy low, sell high, get out, wait a couple years for the next run. No, things are coming out every day. Debit cards, credit cards, getting loans, everything with respect to crypto. And the earlier you can learn how it works and take advantage of it, the better off I think you're going to be. That's why I created that school. And that's why I'm trying to create these courses as fast as possible, because things are changing on a daily basis. Okay, that's that. Let's talk about Aerodrome. Now, they've got Coinbase, of course, the Coinbase exchange that you can go log into either through the website or they've got a Coinbase app. And that, with respect to the exchange, when you buy those assets, they're sitting on the exchange. So downside is if it were to go bankrupt or something, those assets are on their books. You may or may not get yours back, etc. So people talk about, well, let's use a wallet, a self-custody wallet, meaning you holding the wallet have the custody of those assets. Coinbase doesn't have the custody. So Coinbase created the Coinbase wallet. It's self-custody. And you can do things back and forth. It's not easy for most people to understand how to transfer things back and forth. You can connect them, but regardless. So Coinbase did what makes sense is they've changed it and they're going to call it, I guess they're just their app or their base app, whatever it's called. I think maybe it's just base. But they're taking that Coinbase wallet and they're upgrading it in a big way. One of the things they're doing is allowing you to buy and sell everything on that app really simply by integrating exchanges, and they're going to integrate Aerodrome. And I've always said, since I've started buying Aerodrome, I own some, I've bought more. From day one, I said, the floodgates are going to open whenever Coinbase decides to take their number one exchange and put it right in front of people. And based on what you're going to hear from the CEO, not only is it right in front of people, but they're not even going to know they're using it. That's not a bad thing. They're making the user interface. Coinbase is making that user interface of that wallet, which they now call Base, extremely easy to use. And if you can get rid of that friction and take the technical aspects out of it, then everyone's going to use it. So right before we listen to Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, if we want to try to make money on Coinbase, you would think on a lot of these, well, we'll buy their token. Doesn't exist. So option one, go buy Coinbase because it's a publicly traded stock on the New York Stock Exchange now, and you can hopefully participate in their future growth. Two, you would say, well, let's buy the Base token because the network that everyone's building on is called Base. You can't. It doesn't have a token. It's actually not a layer 1. It's a layer 2. They used Optimism's tools, and it's on top of Ethereum. Okay, you're saying that's confusing. All you have to know is there's no Base token. So what do? Well, like we talk about on many of these in DeFi, you find the layer 1 you like and it's doing well. Projects are coming, capital's coming, and then you look at the two things that they all have, a decentralized exchange and some sort of liquidity layer like borrow and lend. So Aerodrome is the number one. Let's just look real quick. DeFi Llama, Aerodrome, there it is, 529 million locked on chain. If we go to the Base network, 4 billion total, and we scroll down, the first decentralized exchange that's only on one chain, the Base chain, is Aerodrome. Now let's hear from the CEO and listen very carefully to what he has to say.
When is Aerodrome FI integration into Coinbase going live?
Well, good news. That should start rolling out over the next several weeks. And this is a big part of our push into the Everything Exchange is we want to have, decentralized exchanges integrated directly into the app. It's kind of that DeFi mullet strategy that we've talked about a few times where in the back end, it's using DeFi or a decentralized exchange in this case, but the customer doesn't really need to know or care about that. The experience to buy something should look pretty much the same. There'll be a small label that discloses this, and you can, we're big on disclosures, but I think most customers, they won't have to care about how it's executing underneath. They just want the best price, the best customer experience. So, yep, Aerodrome is an amazing decentralized exchange built on top of Base, and that'll be rolling out in the next few weeks.
So now that we've heard from him, you can see that he's explained that they are focusing on how can they make this extremely simple and take all of the voodoo and technical stuff out of the way so that someone can just download this app, use it, and buy. And Aerodrome is the beneficiary of those swaps and exchanges and purchases because they're the driving force behind it. Here's the other thing you may or may not have heard people talk about. There's on X this app or this account that every day says, how does the Coinbase app rank in the store of how popular it is when people are going and downloading apps? Right now, all apps, it's number 278. All finance apps, it's number 21. If we just shoot down here to a while ago, you'll see that earlier in the year, it was much higher. This is, let's see what we got, June. Oh, we'd have to go way back. But here, just going back to June, finance apps, it was number 25. All apps, number 431. So that's 25 and 431. And today, instead of 431, it's 278. Instead of whatever that was, it's 21. Last bull run, it got down to number 1. We're talking about the number 1 app. Everyone will be using it. The only exchange I can think of that's larger probably has twice as many people, I believe, as Binance. But this is the largest, particularly, I believe, in the US. It's going to become probably this bull run, the number 1 app, and that's going to flow through to Aerodrome. And Aerodrome is the number 1 exchange. Aerodrome has over 500 million locked on chain, total value locked. Market cap is 670 million. To me, that's not much of a multiple, right? Roughly speaking, 600 million locked and roughly speaking, 600 million market cap. It's at 77 cents at the moment. Let's check out their chart over time. If we go back, let's see, it peaked here last March, April, May at around 240. Then, of course, like everything else, everything did that around that time frame of 2024, end of 2024, November, December time. Same thing, peaked around 240. Here's what's interesting. I just added some things here. The most amount of trading are these really long bars. So most of the trading is around this pricing level, which is where it's at now. If we look at the volume after this trend of down was reversed and started going up, this is the volume of buyers pushing it up, and it's following the pricing pattern and it's pushing up. Sometimes you'll see price go up and you'll see volume going this way. That's a no-no. That's not good. You want to see that the volume is going the right direction as the price is moving. And even better if you've got more volume. So this volume, these highs, these peaks are getting higher. The lows are getting higher. The price is doing the same movement. If the market continues to move, we believe the way the market's going to move, Aerodrome will as well. And with this integration, no one really knows how much usage it's going to get compared to what it's getting now. We'll be able to watch those metrics. The question is, do you want to wait and see if they get a lot of usage or more usage? Or do you want to buy in now? Looking at their pattern, looking at all the other patterns at this same point in time, they haven't really done anything that amazing yet. So I'm not sure people are pricing in the potential of what could come. I could be wrong. Again, you have to do your own research and make your own decision. I bought in before. I bought in even more. And I think this one will do great things. I'm a huge believer that for cryptocurrency to continue to grow, not only does it need what it's already gotten, institutional investors, ETFs, hedge funds, big money players, that's already happened now, this bull run. Now with individuals, if you can make something incredibly easy to use, obviously the subset of people and population throughout the world gets larger and larger as you make it easier and easier. Look at the iPhone. It exploded because it was simple user interface and a great design. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.